Games Update Show. Graham Holmberg and Chris Spieler kicked off the week with a tight battle in 13.4. We'll have the highlights. Annie Thorisdottir's Open is over. We'll have the latest on the defending champ's back injury. And Sam Briggs has her sights set on the best finish in Open history. The CrossFit Games Update Show starts now. Welcome to another edition of the CrossFit Games Update Show. I'm Pat Sherwood alongside Maddy Curley, and as you guys know, the Open is almost over, and I think there's one more workout. You could pull ahead of me at the end, but right now we're kind of neck and neck.
You and me?
Yeah, good luck.
No, I've beaten you in every workout.
No, it's math, really. It's not how it works out. Anyway, as with every week of the 2013 Open, we kicked off 13.4 with a live announcement. This time, we headed to CrossFit TNT in St. Charles, Missouri. Once again, Dave Castro was on hand to deliver the good news directly. 13.4 was all about clean and jerks and toes to bar. Right after the announcement, 2010 Games champion Graham Holmberg and six-time Games competitor Chris Spieler went head-to-head. Maddy, we checked out the tail of the tape last week. By the numbers, Holmberg should have mopped the floor.
He really should have.
With Spieler, but that's not how it went down.
And it looked like maybe he was going to, because he started off so fast, but I think that was the problem. Like Spieler, he just started off a very controlled pace and just kept that pace the entire time, kept picking up the bar.
And it kind of shows you that even a veteran, because Holmberg's by all means a veteran, can make a rookie pacing kind of mistake, or, Holmberg, I thought you were going to do it. Anyway, we'll see. Next week is coming.
All right.
Kudos to Holmberg and Spieler for being the first athletes to try 13.4, but neither wound up as the first name on the leaderboard. That spot belongs to Jason Khalipa. Khalipa's initial score was 125, but he did it again and posted 129 reps. Now there are some big names all clogged up around the 126 rep mark, including Rich Froning and Mikko Salo. Generally, you don't think of strategy, when you think of Jason Khalipa. I kind of picture like a Marvel, I think it's Marvel comic book, like The Thing or Juggernaut,
yes.
where this big guy just runs through things with
Hulk.
brute force. Sorry, Khalipa, but that's how you are in my mind. But he actually had a really solid plan going into this one. It worked out well.
That's right. He wanted to stay smooth on the toes to bar and then start doing singles after he finished the nines. Solid strategy.
Good.
And the good thing about Khalipa is he never stops picking up the bar. After 3 seconds, it's already up again. There's no long breaks that he takes. I mean, watch him.
He's doing this at a level 1 seminar. I mean, imagine being the participants there. And they get to see a world record go down. You've got Neil Maddox judging. Miranda Oldroyd's throwing down. Everyone's got their iPhone out there having an absolute blast. We caught up with Jason and asked why he decided to do this workout again after already putting up one of the top scores in the world.
I didn't redo any of the workouts because I told myself that, my best effort was my best effort. The only reason why I redid this one was, we were at a seminar and Miranda, wanted to do it and just kind of got the whole crowd pumped up about it. And so I said, screw it, I'll do it again. Not to mention that, and then I was one toe to bar from being tied for first with 6 other people. So I was like, might as well try it again.
Khalipa pours his heart into every workout, and that's all he does. He goes in and tries to kill it, but it's so funny, he never knows actually how well he's going to do.
Yeah, and he doesn't go in just expecting to win, which I found interesting. That's one of the things he told us, that he goes in and he's like, I don't know if I'm going to crush this one or not. And then he does.
World record. And, why not? He also said this was the most painful open workout he's done thus far, so
I did not feel that pain, but I did not do that many reps.
Thanks
so
for
that's
throwing
why.
down, Khalips. We loved it. We are now 4 weeks into the Open, and it's still the same old crew holding down the top spots. Everybody in the top 7 is the same as last week as well, and Rich Froning is still number 1 and has yet to post a finish outside the top 10. Take a look at this leaderboard. Maddy, we've got Froning in first place with 16 points. I don't want to be dramatic.
Right.
Okay, but I am a Leo. I mean, should we just wrap this thing up right now, kill the cameras, go home? I mean, Froning's just got it, 16 points?
No, I mean, maybe we can wrap up the Open. Maybe he's got a solid enough lead. But regionals, whole different beast. The games, definitely on a different level. So There's no winner yet. It's not over till it's over.
All right, that makes me happy. I mean, Froning's a beast, but I like to see some, somebody ruffle his feathers every now and then.
Maybe we will.
The beginning of the end is upon us, and we're going to kick off the final week of the Open with a bang. Don't miss it when Dave Castro announces 13.5 live from the birthplace of CrossFit, Santa Cruz, California. Then stay tuned for an epic doubleheader as the top 2 women in the Open, Sam Briggs and Camille Leblanc-Bazinet, throw down. Then the fittest man on earth, Rich Froning, goes head-to-head with Jason Khalipa. It all happens Wednesday, April 3rd at 5 p.m. Pacific time, right here on games.crossfit.com. Now, let's start with Sam Briggs and Camille Leblanc-Bazinet. These two finished the last 2 Open workouts in the top 3 worldwide.
Absolutely. And now they're 1 and 2, which is such a fun competition to take on. And Sam, she used to be picked on for her mechanics, but this year she is demonstrating beautiful form in all her Open workouts. So she's clearly had time to work on technique over the past year.
Now, if you look at all their games, obviously Sam was injured last year. Camille has had the best of the games, a 6th place finish, and Briggs had a 4th, but you never know. These things shake out. You see what happened last week with Holmberg and Spieler, so it's still anybody's game.
Absolutely.
As if the battle between the top 2 women isn't going to be good enough, after that, we're going to see Rich Froning and Jason Khalipa battle for bragging rights. This is really going to be the first time these 2 guys have gone head-to-head, even though they've both been in the games before. You've got the arena, you've got a lot of, I want to say clutter, but there's tons of other athletes out there, but now we've kind of got like a Mad Max scenario. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
And the best thing about this is they're such good friends that Khalipa and his wife are hosting Froning and his wife at their house. And Khalipa said that he's pretty sure that Froning's going to have him just working out all the way up until the competition.
And Khalipa was even going grocery shopping for Froning yesterday. So he was going out to get some whole milk and some peanut butter, so Rich would feel perfectly content. Let's go to the tail of the tape and see how these guys stack up. All right, Maddy, ladies first. Who do you want?
I mean,
who do you prefer as an athlete?
Better said. I'm going to go with Froning. I mean, he's been the champ and the champ again. So
all right,
there you go.
I will gladly take the Thing, or the Juggernaut, Jason Khalipa, hometown boy, NorCal.
Yeah.
Not worried about that at all. It should be an awesome show here in Santa Cruz. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have the latest on the injury that sidelined Annie Thorisdottir, and we'll break down the women's action for 13.4.
The CrossFit Games Update Show is brought to you in part by Progenics, the official performance nutrition sponsor of the 2013 Reebok CrossFit Games.
Welcome back to the CrossFit Games Update Show. We had some awesome scores on 13.4 in the women's field, but the biggest story is about a score that wasn't even posted. Annie Thorisdottir has re-injured her back and will not be competing for the rest of the 2013 Open.
Annie has proven herself against the top athletes in the world for the last 3 seasons. There's no doubt that her fitness is world class. For this year, though, her ability to remain healthy may determine whether Annie will continue her dominance or if a new champion will be crowned in Carson. We caught up with Annie earlier in the week, and she told us that a disc in her lower back moved while she was back squatting. Her first priority is getting healthy, and then she can think about competing.
At the moment, my main thing is to get my back good, because this is something that I can't can't allow to happen in a competition, or I don't want my back to be a problem for the rest of my life. So that's my number one priority. I'm mostly just really disappointed in myself not to listen to my body better while training the other day and actually letting this happen, because, yeah, I can only be disappointed in myself for that. And it's at a really bad timing, so of course I couldn't do any more of the Open, and I'm not going to be able to compete at regionals. That's just the way it is.
Annie, please heal up fast. You're in our prayers. We want you to come back healthy and strong. Even with an injury to the queen of CrossFit, the show must go on, and the competition at the top of the women's leaderboard is getting fierce.
There's a name we keep on saying. Sam Briggs continues her charge through the Open and holds on to her top spot with 126 reps and another first place finish. Telena Fortunato and Camille Leblanc-Bazinet finished right on her heels, but despite that, Sam is dominating the Open.
Yeah, she's here to stay. Sam recently stopped by the studio, and I had a chance to ask her a few questions. So what were some of the key areas that you focused your training on this past year?
After having to pull out of the games last year due to a knee injury, I had to find another focus to train. Luckily, Sean Lind, who teaches the gymnastics certs, offered to program my gymnastics, which was definitely a weak area. So I had 6 months where I couldn't really do anything with my lower body. A perfect opportunity to work on gymnastics. So
you're doing extremely well in the Open, leading by a wide margin. What are your goals looking past the Open?
Obviously past the Opens, I'd like to qualify for the Games. With Annie being out, hopefully I will finish top in Europe. That would have been a nice tester to go against her at the regionals before the Games. And then at the Games, my aim for 2011 was to come top 10, and I came 4th. So I'm going in with the same aim that I did for 2011. Come back from injury, a top 10 finish, I've been more than happy with.
How are you preparing for this one-on-one competition against Camille that's in a new format this year? There's not 12 competitors in the field, everyone's just looking at you two throwing down in the ring.
I think it's going to be an interesting one. It's completely different because obviously at the games and things like that, there's a lot more athletes taking part, whereas everybody's attention is going to be focused on us two. I'm trying not to think about it too much. And just when I go out there, I'll try to do what I normally do, calm my breathing down, focus on the workout and shut everything else off.
Sam Briggs in the house.
So great hearing from her. So fun to watch her compete. I can't wait to see how she continues on.
And better than ever, whole year ahead of her. As we shift our focus to the overall leaderboard, there's no surprise that Sam Briggs and Camille Leblanc-Bazinet are sitting in the top 2 spots.
We have a nice mixture of Games veterans and relative newcomers in the women's top 10.
Some of them have been there before, but they're all chasing the prize. But Sam Briggs, we keep talking about her. Why? Because she's killing the Open. Now, what you might not know is that she's dominating at a record-setting pace. A top finish in 13.5 would give her the best finish in Open history.
It's only the 3rd year of the Open, but what Briggs is doing is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, beyond a shadow of a doubt. When we come back, we will bring you the best from the CrossFit community, including our very own Maddy Curley, going up against a big-name TV celebrity in 13.4 and doing quite well. More CrossFit Games Update Show in a minute.
Wardrobe for the CrossFit Games Update Show has been provided in part by Mizzen & Main. Tradition evolved.
I'm stronger than I was. My legs are a lot stronger. That's the thing that's blowing my mind, is that I had a catastrophic knee injury. My goal is to win. I want to win everything. I just wanted to be here.
Welcome back to the CrossFit Games Update Show. Another week of the Open and another week of great stuff happening around the community. We start in Roseville, California, where a current New York Jets receiver is competing in the Open. Manny Arsenault started playing professional football in 2009 in Canada. He's recently signed with the New York Jets. Arsenault has only been CrossFitting for a couple of months, but despite that, he's done every workout in the Open so far, and he's currently 233rd in the South Central region, and he says he has a ton of respect for CrossFit athletes. How cool is that?
Really cool, and that's actually a great ranking for just starting CrossFit.
It is really good. NFL, CrossFit, I mean, we're, you know.
That's right. NFL players are getting in on the action, and so are some big names from Hollywood. Max Greenfield from the TV series New Girl, you know him as Schmidt, is big into CrossFit. He goes to my gym, so he and I decided to go head-to-head in 13.4.
I'm already very nervous. I don't like this.
What did you do to the poor guy to make him so nervous?
We did it right in the middle of the class. I don't know, he got nervous. But this isn't the first time actually we've done an open workout together. We did a 12.4 together last year, that wall ball double under muscle up. Terrible beast.
You kicked my ass in this workout, so I won't embarrass him, but who won, you or him?
I did beat Max on this.
Okay, we've got to represent
But I am
for
his
the desk.
coach, so.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. We'll have the final workout announcement live here on games.crossfit.com Wednesday, April 3rd at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Camille Leblanc-Bazinet takes on Sam Briggs. Then two former champs go head-to-head as Rich Froning faces the 2008 CrossFit Games champion, Jason Juggernaut Khalipa. The hoss.
Just own
That's
it.
going to do it for the CrossFit Games Update Show. For Maddy Curley, I'm Pat Sherwood. We will see you back here next week. All right. BOP, Briggs on premises.
Gravity Y. Can you hear me now?